Okay, well, everyone in the class and their brooms are all formed together to make a nice, perfect triangle even before the instructor shows up for some reason. Harry is, of course, the first one to have the broom obey his command, foreshadowing that he's an excellent Quidditch player. Mr. Longbottom's broom goes berserk and gets hurt, and the instructor tells the class not to fly at the risk of expulsion. Malfoy steals Longbottom's memory ball and flies into the air and chucks it. Harry, of course, flies up, catches it, is seen, and becomes the seeker for his house.
Okay, we know that Malfoy isn't afraid of being expelled because later on in the movies we find out that he has connections with his dad, who's like on a wizard council or something. But Harry, he doesn't have any connections. But yet he flies up right after Malfoy anyway. He doesn't even hesitate. He doesn't take time to think about it. You know, obeying authority is obviously not something that Harry loses any sleep over whatsoever. Okay, this kid is a badass. A born badass. And to top it all off, he's rewarded for disobeying. Talk about encouraging poor behavior. This school is full of it.
You know, I meant it when I said that there really isn't much about Harry to like in this movie. And I can see why Malfoy really dislikes him, even though I find them both annoying. So later, when our heroes are on their way back to the residence, they go through a random door which just so happens to be the East Wing, which just so happens to be forbidden, which just so happens to be unlocked, even though it's forbidden. Why does Dumbledore tell everyone not to enter the East Wing and leave the door unlocked? With all the shady and bratty kids in this school, someone's going to try to get in there and break the rules. And wow! That someone is Harry Potter! The rule breaker! How unexpected. This scene really only exists for plot development because the three come across a three-headed dog. Ironic. Which happens to be guarding something. Something else to ponder. Could this have something to do with the attempted bank robbery?
No, I'm not being sarcastic. Well, I was. But I'm not being sarcastic when I say this movie is great that it has suspense. This movie needs suspense. It really does. Even though the means to it was through a really cop-out, eye-rolling moment.
Another fun-filled class. Here, everyone is learning levitation, and through which it shows that Hermione has done her homework and is therefore studious. Now, thankfully, Hermione herself isn't that annoying, and...
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Never mind.
I think we're going to need another feather over here, Professor.
Dude, lame humor isn't going to redeem yourself. Halloween at Hogwarts, where everyone dresses up as Hogwarts students and eat candy for their meal. Nice! Now this is where we finally see Harry's character begin to really unfold. A troll has been found in Hogwarts, and Harry, instead of doing what he is told and returning to their dorm, tries to save Hermione.
Noble? Yeah. Stupid? Yeah. High risk of fatality? Yeah. I'm gonna let you slide this time, Harry.
So we have the mandatory action scene, and of course everyone is fine. Hermione takes the blame to cover for the guys, which really ups my respect for her. And Harry again gets rewarded for disobeying, which would lower my respect for him, but I don't think respect can go lower than complete lack of. Well, the kids finally figure out that the three-headed dog is guarding whatever Hagrid took from the vault, and through further evidence, Snape is seemingly trying to take it. So, Harry gets a new broom, and don't ask me how that owl can carry that thing for more than 12 feet. Which leads us into Harry's first game of Quidditch. Let's see here. They're winning. They're losing. Wow, that kid is ugly. And of course he's on Slytherin. And after Harry stops zoning out and goofing off, Hermione somehow gets across the stadium in less than 15 seconds, sets Snape on fire, Harry catches that fly-y thing, and wins the game.
Wow, didn't see that one coming. They're winning, they're losing, and Harry still catches it and wins the game. Hurrah, hooray, whoopee. Not cliche at all.
And is it me, or does this game look like a sport with the highest fatalities ever? I mean, pro wrestling is like nothing compared to this. How can kids hang on these things going 80 miles an hour, spinning, diving, and throwing and checking, all at 100 feet above the ground? Oop! Time for another plot development. Who is Nicholas Flamel? So many things to ponder over. When will the pieces come together? A fierce creature guarding an attempted stolen object? Snape trying to kill Harry and take that object? And now we have this Nicholas Flamel guy.
Aha! The story is finally unfolding and the pieces are coming together. This may get interesting. Or it may not.
Well, it's Christmas time all of a sudden, and Harry and Ron are playing a nice game of wizard chess for the sole reason of foreshadowing. Harry gets an invisibility cloak, in which the first thing he does is break more rules. Harry is heard, runs away, and finds Professor Snape and Professor Quirrell having a plot-advancing conversation. Aw. Right after, Harry finds a mirror that shows what he truly desires, his missing parents. It's nice that the movie doesn't make Harry tell someone this, but it rather shows us this. A good film uses both audio and video to their max, and can tell a story through visuals, not just audio. For a side point, I hate it when TV shows, movies, and games must explain everything to us as if we have no intelligence at all.